Welcome, ladies, degenerates, and gentlemen, back to the DeGents pod. I'm here with my boy Big Rich.
D Fuski, how we doing tonight, man? It's good to see you. It's good to see you as always. Let's get it popping. Another good week coming up. Let's get it. Let's get it going.
Yes, sir. We are into NFL Week 6 and College Football Week 7. It is flying by. But hey, we're in the midst of it. Still October, so a long way to go.
Oh yeah.
But speaking of in the midst of it, we had a crazy college football weekend. This week's going to be quick, limited on time, but we have to mention number 1, Alabama getting upset by Vandy. Number 4, Tennessee getting upset by Arkansas. Number 11, USC getting upset by Minnesota. Number 9, Missouri getting upset by Texas A&M. It was a wild weekend in college football, a weekend where you kind of looked at the slate and saw a bunch of big spreads, and you're like, maybe take this one off, just kind of
Yep.
wing it. And all of a sudden, all the big dogs go down. So makes it interesting going forward for sure.
Yeah. That was a crazy week last week. I was coaching baseball up in Raleigh, a couple hours away, so I wasn't watching a whole lot of the early games. But I was able to get back home and watch the ending of that the Bama Vandy game, and that was sweet. Like I that's what we live for, right? Like watching these sports, and as diehard sports fans, like seeing those kind of upsets. That happens once every 25 years or so. That's some good stuff. So shout out Vandy. Um, I'll it leads into one of my picks today this week, but shout out Vandy and good
Yeah,
stuff. Let's go.
we will get there. I did not catch much of them on Saturday. I was at a wedding, did my best to keep up. I had, I think, 10 or 11 picks, and I had 12 picks actually. I went, including Friday night. I went 4-7-1 in college to
Mm,
bring my overall record to 22, 26-3. And then NFL, which we'll get to, I went 7-1, including my Sunday night and Monday picks. Only miss
wow.
was the Pats money line, and I said that it was a stupid pick.
You
But
did.
that brings me over 500, 19, 18-3 in the NFL. So shitty in
Wow.
college, great in the NFL. Let's find a middle ground here as we move forward. I think that'd be nice.
Yeah, that's a big week in the NFL for you. I think you were definitely due for a good NFL week. A couple of small misses there for the first couple of weeks, but 7-1. Fuski found his stride. Fuski found his
Yeah,
stride. I didn't
feels
have.
good.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw my tweet the other day, or do we still call them tweets even though it's on X? Like I don't understand.
I I call them tweets.
Okay, but over the weekend I went 11-11. I went I went 5-6 in college and 6-5 in NFL. So
Hey,
a very meh week.
but
Um,
take it as a win, I think.
yes. So yeah, that brings my college record to 31-34 and NFL 22-18-1. So college has to be better. That was my strong suit last year. NFL, I was dog shit in. So I'm happy to see the NFL numbers up for sure. But college, still trying to find the groove. Close, very close.
Yeah, I would say we're kind of opposite in that I'm a lot better at the NFL. You're a lot better at college. Um, I was struggling in both until this week, but a big weekend gets me back to positive. Speaking of NFL, a little bit of news. We're not going to run through every game today, but yesterday, Coach Robert Saleh gets fired for the New York Jets, uh, to the surprise of some of the players. Um, Nathaniel Hackett remains as the offensive play caller, and defensive coach, I forget his name, but he gets promoted to interim. Um, I don't know. They fire the head coach, defensive guy, promoted defensive guy, and the offense, which in my opinion has been the weaker side of the ball, gets no change whatsoever. I don't really know what that means, but maybe a spark this week.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So, I mean, yeah, what I saw was uh, Sala demoted, like internally demoted Hackett from offensive play calling, and then like the morning of him hit in the morning of his firing. So it's like kind of a it's like he was trying to change a little bit because offense obviously has been the downside of that team, and then he gets fired. But I don't know. I mean, I don't think Sala is the reason why that team is struggling. To be honest with you, I don't really understand the move. I think year two after getting Rodgers, obviously he was hurt last year, so it's like, meh, like so what? Throw that year in the garbage, and then year two, it's like you expect this team to be 5-0 5 weeks in, so you're not, and you fire your head coach type of deal. Seems like a panic move to
Yeah,
me.
I
If
agree.
anything, I would have let him. I would have got through week 10 at the least. Maybe even let him finish out the year. But I mean, Rodgers is getting old, so I don't know. Panic button was definitely being hit up in the front office there.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think it's a little early, but like you said, I don't think he was the main root of the issue.
No,
But like I said, maybe a spark this week, but I don't see much change going forward for the Jets. I think they are what they are, and we've seen that
yeah,
through the first 5 weeks. And unless the offense turns it around big time, then
yeah.
I think this is a pretty mid team. In other news, though, in New England, it is, well, I don't really like to call it this, but it's being dubbed May Day on Sunday, which is usually bad, but that's what they're calling it. I don't know. Drake May is going to start this week against the Texans of all teams.
No,
Um, yeah, we discussed it a little bit before we went live. Um, I'm nervous, but at the same time, a little bit excited. I would like to see what he has. We've been talking about how we don't want him in there now because the line is not good, the offense is not good, and you could spoil him fast, but they're going with it. So I'm rooting for him.
yeah. I mean, for sure, it's tough. Like the only reason why I didn't want him in was because Jacoby Brissett was getting throttled every other play, and as the number three overall pick, that's an investment in the franchise, and you don't want to risk that, right? But like it's been a long time. Obviously, like having Tom Brady for so many years and team winning so many games and division titles and Super Bowls and AFC championships. Obviously, it's been a long time since I've like not wanted to watch the Patriots, but like this does bring a little bit of excitement, and I'm looking forward to watching the game this week. Like watching Jacoby Brissett throw for 33 pass yards in the first half is not anything that gets anybody excited. So although we don't want him to get hurt, it's I think it's the right move. At the end of the day, you gotta try something new, and you've invested a third overall pick into him, and he's made it 5 weeks to practice and training camp. So I don't know. See how he does, and I'm excited. I'm definitely excited.
Yeah, I just my expectation or my hope. I just want to see some highlights. I want to see some
Yeah,
scrambles, maybe some good runs,
yeah,
maybe a couple deep balls, and
yeah,
some good accurate throws. Jalen Polk has been getting separation. Kendrick Bourne is back this week. Give
yeah.
me some completions to wide receivers. I don't expect us to
No,
win this game against the Texans, a tough opponent,
no.
but just a couple highlights, and I'll be feeling okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I know, like our offense isn't great, but you got Kendrick Bourne, Pop Douglas, and Jalen Polk has shown flashes of being a pretty solid wide receiver in Hunter Henry. So it's not like he has nobody to throw to. He does have maybe not the sharpest blades in his pocket, but he's got some weapons there, and yeah, like you said, some highlights would be cool. Something that Jacoby Brissett can't do, escaping the pocket, a little sidearm sling here and there, So I'm excited. I'm definitely gonna watch this game. Last week I
Yeah,
was like over under totals at 33 points. Like fuck that. I'm not watching that game. You shitting
yeah,
me?
and they almost they. I mean, they. I personally think that Jalen Polk's catch was a catch, but they got blown out of
By
the wind.
the rule of, by the whatever the rule is, it's like it's tough
Well,
because
that's the thing. We
if
don't
you're
really know
facing
what
the
the rule
other
is.
way, if you're say the end zone's behind me here and you catch the ball and you drag the toes, it counts. But if you're falling backwards and you drag the toe, it doesn't count. Like it's a dumb
Yeah,
rule, but I've seen them call it that same way in a couple multiple other scenarios. So you can't call it one way and then call it a different way. So
yeah, I agree. Tough, but that's enough Patriots talk. A couple other honorable mentions. Ravens Bengals was incredible.
yeah,
Down to the wire finish. Both teams could have won it. Ravens pull out the win. Uh, Houston and Buffalo was a great game, down to the wire. Some questionable play calling for the Bills down in their own end zone. That was
so
tough.
so bad.
And then, as weird as it was with the hour and 15 rain delay or lightning delay, Pittsburgh and Dallas, it was a competitive game. So overall, a good weekend of football between the upsets in college and some good drama in the NFL for sure.
Absolutely.
That being said, we move on to our picks, and we're going to start in college as always. There is a few games tomorrow night. Tonight is Wednesday, October 9th. There's a couple games tomorrow on Thursday and some Friday games as well. I have nothing until Saturday. I don't know about you.
I got a Friday night game. Nothing tomorrow night. I got UNLV minus 19. I think Utah State is awful, and I think this is a good bounce back spot for UNLV. They put up a lot of points last week in the loss to Syracuse, and I don't think Utah State's going to be able to score the ball. So give me UNLV minus the 19.
Wait, uh, nothing else before Saturday?
Nope, everything else is Saturday.
Okay, I will start it off with some nooners. My first nooner is going to be Georgia Tech UNC over 60 and a half. Or excuse me, under. Did it again. Georgia Tech UNC under 60 and a half. Both teams this year have combined 3-9 to the under this season. And 60 and a half is obviously a lot. So I like
Yeah,
it there. I
I
also
I
have,
like that play. I do like that play. I might add that.
yeah, it's actually at 60 on DK,
Yeah.
but I still like it there. Another nooner for me, I'm taking Bama on the bounce back. I had them last week against Vandy. Obviously, they outright lose back at home this week,
Yep.
minus 21 hosting South Carolina. Another SEC matchup, but I expect them to come out firing after losing a game that they obviously should not have lost. And I don't think Nick Saban loses, but give me Bama on the bounce back.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good spot for Bama. I'm not gonna play that just because I feel like that's I don't know. In my opinion, it's too obvious of the bounce back spot. I'm not playing South Carolina because I don't like them plus 21. They have a very tough stretch of at Alabama, at Oklahoma, home versus A&M 3 weeks in a row. So definitely not leaning South Carolina, but I like to see how Bama reacts. See how they kind of face that adversity. Should be an interesting game there.
Yeah,
Is that
I'm
is
going.
that
I have more Nooners, but I was just going to say, just kind of going back to my don't think about it, just fire in college
yeah?
football.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm looking into it a little bit, but plays I like, unless I see something glaring towards the other side, I'm going with it and I'm taking it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do have one more nooner, and it's going to be Rutgers money line at home hosting Wisconsin, minus 130.
I like that too. Wisconsin's trash.
Yeah, and Rutgers has been a tough team so far, so I like that one.
Yeah. I mean, besides Wisconsin smoking Purdue, Purdue's a very bad team. But besides that, I mean, Wisconsin has been very bad this year. So is that all you got for Nooners?
That is all I have for nooners. Yep.
Cool. I got North Carolina plus 5.5 hosting Georgia Tech. Um, North Carolina's on a I think 3 game skid, 2 game skid, 3 game skid. They started out 3-0, then 3 straight losses. Um, Second in a row at home. I think they kind of find a groove here against Georgia Tech. Um, and 5.5 points at home seems like a lot, especially with the total set at 60. I expect a little bit of points here, but I do lean the under as well. But the 5.5 points is at home for UNC. I like it. And then
Nice.
give me Wake Forest plus 20 points. They are hosting Clemson. Clemson's on the second of a back-to-back, destroying Florida State last week as they should. But you know how I like my second week back-to-back on the road play, especially when they cover the week prior. So give me Wake Forest plus 20. And I think that's all I got for Nooners. Yeah, that's all I got for Nooners.
Nice. My 330s coming up. Ooh, tough to say. Red
Todd,
River
hotel.
rivalry. Just gotta take my time and I'll be okay. Um, Texas, Oklahoma. I'm taking the over. Got to do it. I
Oh, yeah,
mean,
the over is the only play ever in the shootout.
yes, and the total is currently at 50 and a half. So give me that. I'm also taking USC plus 5.5 at
Ooh.
home. Yeah, at home against Penn State. Um, I don't know. I think it'll be a close one. I don't know. It's kind of a Penn State hater bet, but I like it. I think
I mean,
USC is a solid team, and they're at home. Long trip, and I'll take the 5 points at home.
yeah, no, we all have those bets. Like, after that team, I'm going to take the other one.
Yeah.
And Penn State definitely falls into that category.
Hmm.
I don't know what it is about them. You know, like they don't. It's not like they win every year, or I mean they're always a good team, but it's not like they've. When was the last time they won the Big Ten? Have they
Oh,
ever? You know, it's like one of those things that they're always in the conversation. But
right.
Ohio
Yeah.
State, and Michigan, or even Wisconsin in the last 10 years, they have always taken that crown. You know, but something about Penn State. Maybe it might be Sandusky. Fuck Sandusky. You know.
Hmm.
330s though. What do I got? I got Georgia State minus 1.5. They're hosting Old Dominion. I was on Coastal Carolina last week playing Old Dominion -5, and they ended up winning by 7. It was a good play. Oh, hi Ferguson. What's up, buddy? Um, Old Dominion was at Coastal Carolina, then now they travel to Georgia State. So the back to back on the road, they're not going to cover. Give me Georgia State -1.5. I got UCF -3. Cincinnati. They started out good to start the year. I think they're a little bit fraudulent. UCF needs a good bounce back here. They ended up losing at Florida, and then they lost. They got lost big time against Colorado the week before that. So I think this is a good bounce back spot for Cincy against in my opinion, a fraudulent Cincinnati team, especially at home. And then I'm jumping to 4 o'clock. I got Arizona +4 at BYU.
Lean
We
that
talked
way
about
as
that.
well.
We talked about this. I think it was last week's podcast about BYU. Their season win total is 4.5, and they've already eclipsed that. And like they've already exceeded expectations, hitting the over in their first 5 weeks. So I kind of expect them to hit somewhat of a skid as they get deeper into Big 12 play. And um, Arizona hasn't been too great, but I think they're a good enough team to knock off this BYU team at home, on the road at BYU.
Yeah, I lean that way as well. I just wasn't too confident to take it. I have a 4:15, but I did miss a noon game because I'm in Massachusetts and it is the UMass game. Missouri got absolutely mopped last weekend against Texas A&M, but now they're playing UMass, which is arguably a Division II school. I'm taking Missouri minus the 27. It just doesn't show up on my DraftKings. I was confused. Then I realized they're playing UMass. So add that in, and then I have a 4:15, and it's kind of another fade a shitty school, and it's Georgia minus 33.5 against Mississippi State. I basically fade Mississippi State every week. So give me Georgia to blow them out.
Yeah, I mean, more times than not, you're probably going to win that bet, but fading Mississippi State. So if you stay true to fading them every week, you're probably going to be up more than you're down.
That's the formula, and I think I'm done until the 7 o'clocks.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm done until 7 too. I got 4 more plays.
I do as well.
Cool. I got Rice +5.5 hosting UTSA at 7 o'clock. Um, I got LSU at home +3.5 hosting Ole Miss. It's going to be a banger of a game. I cannot wait to watch that. I got Oregon at home +3.5 against Ohio State. Both games at 7:30. Get your get your get your adult beverages ready because it's going to be a hell of a nice Saturday night. And then at
Mm-hmm.
7:45, I am taking Kentucky minus 13.5 over Vanderbilt. Those motherfuckers are still hungover. Give me Kentucky. Vanderbilt's not going to have the best prep. Kentucky wins this one easily.
I love it. I am also on Kentucky minus the 13.5. I think their defense is very good, and I think they're a legit SEC team. And
Yep.
Vandy, like you said, is going to be coming off a hell of a high after knocking off #1 in the nation. So I'm in agreement with you there. I'm also in agreement with you on Oregon +3 at home, hosting Ohio State. Ohio State hasn't played anyone. Neither really has Oregon, but I'll take 3 points at home in a huge, huge Big Ten and playoff worthy matchup. I also have a play in the Ole Miss LSU game, not a side, but I'm taking the over. Both really good offenses and pretty mid defenses. I think it's going to be a shootout. I believe it was a shootout last year, so I'm sticking with that over 62. And my last play in college is Syracuse -5 at NC State. I know they're on the road. I just think Syracuse is a much more balanced team on both sides of the ball, and NC State got off to a tough start. If you don't win early at NC State in the football category, I think a lot of people are quick to ship it and just kind of give up on the season. I'm not sure how much this NC State team has left, so I'm going to lay the points on the road. As scary as it looks, I like Q's, and that's it.
Nice. I have a sorry, my cats are going nuts. I have a potential play in the West Virginia Iowa State game. I was looking at it very hard earlier. I think I'm gonna end up backing off because I like West Virginia's matchup even more next week. So I think I might just wait and then take them next week. But they're +3 hosting Iowa State. Um, I don't know. I like West Virginia +3. I like the under 53 even more. It might be an added play on Saturday. For right now, I'm not playing anything, but we'll see. We'll see.
That's all right. We'll tweet them out. I usually have more ads than what I say on the show, anyways. And
Yeah,
the only other lean that I had was Kansas State minus the 4 at Colorado.
yeah.
But I was a little too scared to take it. I had Q's laying points on the road, and then I saw that game next, and I was like, God, I'm going to do it for both, and I just laid off a little bit. But I do like Kansas State in that game, but not officially playing it. Like you said, probably an ad on Twitter/X come Saturday morning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gonna be an unbelievable Saturday. I cannot wait.
Yes, this is a great slate as opposed to last weekend where we thought it was a stinker. And you know what that means?
It's gonna be
We
a
thought la
stinker.
Yeah, we thought last week was gonna suck and it was electric. This week looks like a fantastic slate, which it is. And we could be disappointed, but let's let's hope not. But yeah, that's college, so we're gonna jump right into the NFL. I
Let's
believe
do
I
it.
have
Let's do it.
5 plays in the NFL. One, two, three, four, five.
I got five as well.
Yeah, and I got a little. I'll wait till the end, but I got a little cheeky little play at the end, just
Okay.
just to see if we can make some extra coin. But tomorrow on Thursday, Niners at Seahawks. Seahawks getting 3.5 at home with the total set at 49.5. I got nothing here. This will be a game time play for me again on Twitter if you want to find it, but nothing as of right now for me.
Yeah. As of right now, I'm in agreement with you. As of I don't love anything enough to play it, but I think San Fran's in trouble, dude. At some point they're gonna. Everyone thinks like, hey, they're gonna hit their stride. They're gonna be the team coming out of the NFC, but so I don't know. I don't know. Something's off. You know how I've been talking about teams playing a full 4 quarters of football, especially in college, like Clemson. Clemson's been showing that they've been actually doing that recently, but I don't know. San Fran comes out in the first half firing. They'll play a solid second quarter, third quarter, and then the fourth quarter they'll fall apart, or they'll come out slow and then they'll crush it in the second half type of thing. And I feel like that's what they've kind of been known for, is just right from the get go, X's and O's, um, just beating the team, beating every team every snap, the whole game.
Yeah,
And there's something about it. I can't really put my finger on it. I don't know if it's something going on in the locker room or whatever it may be, but there's something going on there. Can't really figure it out. I lean the Seahawks, but as of right now, I don't have a play.
yeah. Honestly, if I had to lean here, I would lean towards the over. I know it's a lot of points, 49.5, but
Yeah,
Seattle's banged up on defense, and the Niners are finally starting to get a little bit more healthy on offense. And Seattle can score. So I think there could be a lot of points in that game, although 49.5 is a lot.
it is
It's
a lot.
close enough.
Yeah,
It's close enough
like
for me. I could see like a 30-24 type game.
yeah, but like see like that game being slated at a 49 and a half. Like I would have guessed it like being like 44 and a half, 45 and a half, or something like that. So seeing that the total's already high, it makes me lean the over. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, just a lean. Like I said, I'll definitely have a play on it because it's prime time and
Yeah.
I'll be watching,
Yeah, we'll
but
find
nothing
something.
as
We'll
of
find
right now.
something. Yeah.
And then we go to London. Jags at Bears, even though it's in London,
Um,
obviously. Bears are technically the home team, and they are laying 2 points, and the total is set at 44.5. I do have a play in this game, and I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars, buy it to 3, and I'm going to also sprinkle the money line. Jags have a healthy history in London, and they're showing signs of life after going 0-4. And like I said to you last week, weird shit happens in London. So I could see the Jags coming out with a win in this game, and I am going to play them plus the 3.
Yep, I agree with you there. I'm on the Jaguars. Um, they are technically the away team, but we all know in London they they are the home team just because of their history there. They probably played the most games out there. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Bears they've kind of last two games have hit a little bit of a stride. Jacksonville looked great last week. They had a couple of stinkers mixed in there, but I don't think the way they've played really reflects their record 1-4. I think they should be 2-3 type of deal. Um, and I don't think the Bears, the way they've played, they should have lost week one. So I think they should be worse than what their record shows. So give me the Jags. I mean, I would have before the season, I would have made them like 2 or 3 point favorites in this game. So I'll take the Jags plus the 2 points in the home game in London.
Yep, love it. Now on to the regular schedule. Sunday, 1 o'clocks. We'll start off Houston at New England. We talked a little bit about Drake May. Didn't move the line once they announced he was the starter. It was 7.5-ish when it opened. Pretty sure it was 7.5. Now it's at 7, so pretty much the same. His first start, obviously, Houston is laying the 7, total set at 38. Nico Collins also on the IR on the Texans side. I have nothing here.
I told myself I wasn't going to do it before the season. I wasn't going to bet in the Pats' favor. But it's Mayday, so sound the alarms. Rich is going off the motherfucking deep end, and I am betting the Pats plus 7. I don't know. There's some kind of excitement around it. I'm vibing. Go Pats. Let's get it. I don't know. I love it. Let's go.
Yeah, I thought about it too, but I just want to I want to sit back and I want to watch Drake and I want to see some cool plays. But I don't want to have any money on the line. I just want to see what our possible quarterback of the future has in his toolbox. So nothing there for me. But I don't hate the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Next game, Commanders at Ravens. Ravens minus 6.5 at home. Total set at 51.5. I've done this 2 weeks in a row in the Commanders games, and I've taken the over. This week, it's a high total at 51.5, but both of these teams have combined to 8-2 to the over so far this season. So I'm going to play the over 51.5. Yeah, that's really all I
Yeah.
need to see.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of points. I played the under in the Ravens game last week against the Bengals. Probably on paper the worst play I've had all year. Um, but it is what it is. I'm not going to play this game at all. I'd like to see the Commanders against a team like the Ravens, who are coming off of a really good stretch here. They have a great win at the Bengals, smoked the Cardinals, smoked the Browns. So I'm interested to see how they do on the road in a hostile environment in Baltimore. I lean Baltimore minus 6.5, but like I said, Commanders are playing too well to not take them plus 6.5, so it's a no play for me.
Yeah, I agree on sidewise, but I think it's going to be competitive because Daniels looks unbelievable, and Ravens D was susceptible to Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase last weekend, so I think Jaden can light it up at least a little bit to put the Commanders on the board for a few touchdowns, and Lamar is going to go off against that Commanders defense.
Oh yeah,
and the stats prove it. So give me the over there, and we move to Philadelphia, coming off the bye, hosting the Browns. They're laying 9 points at home with a total set at 42.5. I do have a play in this game,
ugh.
but it is not a side or a total. It is AJ Brown off the hamstring, over 67.5 receiving yards. When he is on the field, the Eagles look complete. as bad as they have looked so far this year, I think AJ Brown could easily have a 100+ yard receiving game. So give me the over on AJ Brown's receiving yards. Other than that, I don't want anything to do with this game.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this game, I kind of gagged a little bit. The Browns are trash. Like it's just so hard to really comprehend it. Like they've been around, they've been good for a couple years now, and like signed Deshaun Watson, and it's like wow, like that might have been the missing piece, but he feels like the worst quarterback in the league right now. He
Easily.
might he might be the worst quarterback in the league right now.
He's terrible. He doesn't want to play football, and he's not good anymore. It's not a
Yeah,
good combo.
yeah, no, not a good combo. It's sad to watch. I mean, not really. Fuck Deshaun Watson if everything that happened was true. But
Yeah.
yeah, that dude was electric. I remember this one play where he threw a touchdown pass to whoever the hell it was against the Patriots on like a primetime game a few years ago, and he's hitting the electric guitar, and I was like, damn, dude, the Texans are going to be good for a long time. And here we are, calling Deshaun Watson the worst quarterback in the NFL whilst playing for the Browns.
What a fall from grace.
Time flies, man. Time changes everything. But yeah, I don't want anything to do with this game. Browns suck. Eagles are trash. Um, but yeah, I like that AJ Brown play. Coming off the hamstring, I like to see how he moves around a little bit. I don't like to.
They had a bye last week too. That's why I like it more. I think he could have came and played last week, but they had a
Yeah.
bye, so gets the extra
Okay.
week. And in my opinion, if he's out of this game, I think it's a 6.5 point spread. That's how bad the Eagles have looked,
Yeah.
and the splits with him on the field compared to off the field are insane.
Yeah.
I don't think the go ahead,
He completely changes that offense.
100%.
100%.
And I don't think the Eagles should be favored by 9 against anyone. Period.
Yeah.
But like I said, if he wasn't there, they wouldn't be. Yeah, so I think he has a big game in his return. So give me
Yeah.
that. Next game, Cardinals at Packers. Packers -5. Over under set at 47.5. This one was tough for me. Obviously, the Cardinals had a huge win last week against the Niners. Huge upset. The Packers beat the Rams in a pretty competitive game. Uh, it feels like a little bit of a trap to me,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to. I lean toward the Cardinals, but like I said, it feels like a trap after they beat the Niners, so I didn't play anything.
Yeah. I'm on the Packers here. Um, the Packers are a tough opening night game against the Eagles and a miserable first half against the Vikings away from being a 5-0 team without Jordan Love for 3 weeks. I think they're the better team at home, win by a touchdown. Give me the Packers minus the 5. That's a play.
I like it. Next game, NFC South, Bucks at Saints. Bucks -3.5 on the road. Obviously, Derek Carr was ruled out with an oblique. It's looking like Spencer Rattler. He was inactive last week. It did play. They had the third string come in at the end of the game against the Chiefs on Monday.
Mm.
But it's looking like Spencer Rattler is going to be the starter. Total set at 41.5 here. I did not play this one, but I'm interested to see what Spencer Rattler has in his toolbox as well.
Is Rattler like confirmed?
No, not confirmed yet,
Okay.
but he is expected to be the starter. He had an interview today, actually, talking about Chris Olave and saying that like if he's out there on the field, like I'm gonna try to get him the ball as much as I can. So it looks like he's gonna be a starter. It's not 100% confirmed, but it's looking like
Fair,
it.
fair, fair.
You had nothing in that game, right?
Nah, yeah, I got nothing.
All right, so let's move to Tennessee, where the Colts traveled to the Titans. Titans are laying 2.5 at home with a total set at 43. I got nothing in this game. I believe is Anthony Richardson back?
Questionable still.
Still questionable. All right, so either way, um, that won't make a difference to me gambling wise. Um, I still think the Titans are a solid team on both sides of the ball. I know Will Levis is a fucking kind of a clown show, but their defense is pretty good.
Yeah.
And I still don't really know what to think of the Colts, so I didn't want anything to do with this game.
I'm on the Titans minus the 2.5 there. Um, I feel like Titans always play the Colts well at home, no matter who the hell's on the Titans. Like you said, both sides of the ball, they're a solid team. Besides the quarterback position, which is definitely a really important position. But yeah, Will Levis, he's kind of a wild card, makes those clear, stupid, bonehead mistakes. That's definitely like when I'm looking at this line, it's like that's the one thing I'm worried about is what is Will Levis going to do to lose the game for the Titans. But I think overall, whether it's Joe Flacco playing quarterback or Anthony Richardson playing quarterback, I think the Titans are the better team up and down the roster there, and I think they come out of this game with a win.
Nice. All right. Pittsburgh travels to Las Vegas. Steelers are laying 3 on the road with a total set at 36.5. Again, I don't want anything to do with this game. Um, yeah,
Yeah, I'm all set there. I'm absolutely all set.
pretty gross.
Yeah.
AFC West matchup in Denver. Chargers at the Broncos. Chargers laying 3 on the road. Total set at 35.5. I'm on the Chargers money line here. I think Chargers coming off the bye. I think the Chargers have a good enough run defense to make Bo Nix do it with his arm. And as good as the Broncos defense is, their one weakness that you could point out is that they are kind of mid, still good, but kind of mid against the run. And the Chargers are really focused on that with J.K. Dobbins being the NFL's leading rusher. So I'm going to take the Chargers to win this game in Denver.
Yeah, I mean that's the way I lean too. Definitely predict a kind of a low scoring matchup here, and I'll take the better coach team um, in a low scoring game there. I like the Chargers as well. No play here for me though.
All right. And then another NFC South matchup Falcons at Panthers. Falcons laying 6 on the road. A lot of home dogs this week. Total set at 47. I got nothing here. Um, it's kind of a gross one.
I'm gonna go with the under 47. It just seems way too many points for a team like the Panthers. Even though Andy Dalton has made this offense look somewhat competitive, I think this 47 is just way too high for this divisional matchup here.
All righty. And the last afternoon game is the Lions at the Cowboys. Another home dog. Lions laying 3 on the road with a total set at 52. Another money line play for me. I'm going to take the Lions minus 155 on the money line. Um, the Steelers didn't really do it, but I don't know the status of Micah Parsons. But even with Micah Parsons, the Cowboys have been getting run all over. And I just think this Lions offense is too much for them to handle. So they
Yeah.
stick to the run game like they have been the past couple of weeks. I think the Lions win this game pretty handily, and I'll just take the short price on the money line.
Yep. Yeah, that's the way I lean as well. Cowboys show flashes of being a solid team, but they also look like a non-playoff contender, all in the same breath, all in the same game. They can they can look both ways. But yeah, I lean the Lions. I'm nervous to play them after a great week. be honest, they haven't really put together two games like that in a row. So um, definitely a game I'm just interested to watch. Not playing anything though.
Cool. And then there's two left, Sunday night and Monday night. Bengals at Giants, another home dog. Bengals minus 3.5 on the road in New York with a total of 48. I got nothing here. Bengals obviously need a win at 1-4. Giants have been looking better, competent on both sides of the ball. That'll be a late play if I touch it, but I got nothing right now.
Yeah, nothing for me either. I haven't looked into this game more than one night game enough yet to really have a play. So um, gonna be a whole lot of radio silence for me for the next two.
Yeah, I got nothing on Monday either. I figured we just run through them because it was a quick one tonight.
Yeah,
Sunday night, Monday night, I usually wait until, um, especially Sunday night, I wait until how I did during the day, whether I go in on a side or whether I just throw some crazy wild parlays in just to watch it.
yeah,
Same for Monday night. That's a game time decision. But mentioning it quick, it's an AFC East matchup, and it's actually for the AFC East lead. So we can talk about it real quick. It's the Bills at the Jets. Once again, a home dog. Bills laying 2.5 on the road with a total set at 41. It's interesting only because, in my opinion, only because they just fired Bob Saleh. Otherwise, I would not even hesitate to take the Bills. But it worries me that all of a sudden, with a change, I mean, we've seen it in the past. We saw it with Andy Dalton this season at quarterback. We saw it last year with McDaniels getting fired and Antonio Pierce taking over the helm. All of a sudden, the Raiders had life. So that's the only thing that scares me off the Bills in that game.
yeah. I just looking at. I think the Jets. The Jets always play them tough. It's like a divisional matchup, Battle of New York. I leave them plus the two. But like you say, yeah, like the whole coach firing thing, I don't think it's really gonna add or take away from this Jets team. So we'll see. I'll probably end up being on that side, but as of right now, it's not an official play.
Yeah, look out for those on X when we put them out for the primetime games. And before we get out of here, I told you I had a little cheeky play at the end. It's a 14 parlay at plus 620 odds. The last two money lines I just talked about, Chargers, Lions on the money line, Titans minus the 2.5, and the Saints on an alt line plus 7.5. That's the cheeky one. I'm betting on Spencer Rattler to surprise some people in a divisional matchup, and I'll take them to keep it within a touchdown. That's plus 620. So take it as you will. But I'm going to play that and see if I can't get my units up a little bit on the year.
I I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Well, once again, we made it through some adversity, switching from laptop to phone, but we made it through. On to week 6 we go. Picks are in. Let's have a good week. Let's cash everybody. Big Rich, how you feeling?
Oh man, I'm exhausted, but I'm feeling good about this week. Going to be a great week. We got May Day. Got some great college football. I'm not coaching baseball, so I can actually sit down, relax, sit on the couch, and watch these games. Looking forward to it. Um, I'm sore. Played softball, worked all day, so you know, ready to relax this weekend and watch some good football.
Hell yes, brother. Thanks everybody for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow us on X to get those extra picks. Instagram as well. We just eclipsed 100 followers on Instagram, so that's fire.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a slow burner. It's gonna be a slow start, but we keep doing it, and y'all keep doing your thing, liking and subscribing. Take any criticism. Ask some questions. We'll answer them on the pod, and we'll keep doing it.
Yeah, leave some comments for sure. But tap in with us. Good luck, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Peace.